Greetings, friends. Good morning. Welcome back to Astrology Today. Trying to upload a picture here. All right. Yes, that's our chart for today. It's 10 a.m. I see I have one of you watching. I bet I can guess who that is. So I'll give us just another minute or so to get started. But happy Friday, everybody. Friday is Venus's day. So what's going on with Venus today? Venus just moved into Taurus, where she is right at home and perfectly comfortable, thinking about the material things that we like to have so that we can feel supported and comfortable. Okay, it's 10:01. Good morning, everybody. Greetings, fellow Earthlings. Welcome back to Astrology Today. I am your host, Mel Rose, and today is Friday, June 6, 2025. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for checking in on your regular current astrology. As you know, as above, so below, we look to the stars, the planets as they move across the backdrop of the stars. To give us some symbolic information about what we might be dealing with here on Earth so that we have as much information as we can to hopefully navigate our own lives with more success and peace and prosperity. That's the whole idea, friends. And I'm so happy that you're here with me on this journey today. Now, the moon is moving on into Scorpio today, but not before Mercury can strike a favorable, I said almost said flavorable, a favorable chord with Chiron. Maybe it's a flavorable chord as well. Maybe it's about foods that heal, foods that are medicinal. Anyway, Mercury in this cooperative way with Chiron, it gives us a chance at success in our efforts to think and plan and coordinate, especially medical care and wellness activities. It's also a good time to consult with a trusted expert who can help you solve a long-standing problem. So whether that be going to a doctor, talking to a nurse, talking to a lawyer, or somebody else that has, specialized knowledge of what it is that you're struggling with, this is the good time to talk to somebody or make a plan to see somebody. Okay. And then when the moon moves on into Scorpio later on this evening, it will be there through Saturday and Sunday and part of Monday. So it'll be all weekend. And the moon in Scorpio really asks us to do a deep introspective vibe that's looking within ourselves. It's like sweeping out your own basement. It's like clearing your closets of old skeletons, telling the truth, especially to yourself. Okay. And this self-healing, self-inspecting vibration will stick with us through the whole weekend, like I said. The full moon in Sagittarius is coming up next Wednesday, so we're in that waxing gibbous moon where we're taking action to complete some of the goals we set for ourselves this month, so that when we get to that full moon in Sagittarius this Wednesday, we'll have something to celebrate. We'll be able to pat ourselves on the back and say, look, I did it again. I made progress this month, right? So that's the full moon in Sagittarius next Wednesday. And this weekend, we're working toward that. And I want you to understand that this healing and reflective work we're being called to do is part of that culmination of your creative power to finish what you started for this month. And then this Sunday, Mercury is meeting up in the sky with Jupiter. You can see right above my head here that Gemini symbol, and then you see the Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter. They're all right there together. So on Sunday, Mercury and Jupiter are going to be, from our perspective, they're going to look like they're in the same place in the sky at the same time. And that makes them feel like they are combined and under pressure. And they are combined and under pressure at the very end of Gemini. So that's a very strong Gemini point. It's very expressive of Gemini. It's very translating of Gemini ideals and ways of being. So, very expressive in general. It's about self-expression. It's about our partnerships, not necessarily our our romantic partnerships, but our other partnerships in the world. And it's about the people that we collaborate with to make plans and get things done. So that vibration is really going to be intense this Sunday. Mercury is the intellect, Jupiter is the principle of expansion. And so when they're combined like that, I expect to see an explosion of like of information, of data coming out, or perhaps even secrets that have been kept to come out. I'm looking for that in the world stage. It looks like there are already some secrets or some half secrets coming out, but I really expect some more information to be coming out where we all get to see it and sort of talk it over and decide what we think is true and what we think is BS, right? Okay, so then after Mercury meets up in the sky with Jupiter on Sunday, just a few hours later, Mercury is going to move on into Cancer. And when Mercury is in Cancer, Mercury has been in Gemini where it's at home. It's all about communication. And when Mercury moves on into Cancer, it's less of a comfortable fit. Cancer is our initiating water sign. So, our ideas, Mercury, become more about how to elicit an emotional response. Our plans might be based more on emotional desires and intuitive impulse for the next few weeks. And Venus just moved on into Taurus this week, and now Mercury is moving on into Cancer. And on Monday, Jupiter is going to move on into Cancer. So we are feeling a shift of vibrations this week. It's really probably going to be a little bit of a relief because a lot of the bigger astrology has been shifting from earth and water signs into air and fire signs. And so if you look at the chart right now closely, you'll see that most of our planets are placed either in an air or a fire sign. There's very little going on in water and earth signs. And so it's heating up. It's very active. It's very pressurized. It's very maybe even restless or impatient kind of vibration. And with these planets moving on, you've got Venus into Taurus, Mercury into Cancer, Jupiter into Cancer, into water and earth signs. It should help cool off, calm down, or hopefully stabilize the fiery rhetoric, the fiery way things are in the world right now. I'm a fire sign, and I fully understand and support the need for action and planning, and I also understand the need for times to rest and times to sit and think about what we're about to do before we do them. Okay, so hopefully that will bring us a little bit of balance into the equation. Jupiter in Cancer, which is coming up on Monday, and we'll have more time to talk about it. Jupiter in Cancer is going to be a standout lucky signature, and it's going to be with us for the whole coming year. Okay. And though it starts out under difficult circumstances, things are certainly going to start to get better, especially for those of us with strong Cancer placements or strong water sign placements. So I want to ask you, if you have any Cancer placements or water sign placements, to tell us about them down in the comments. Okay. Let us know if you've got Cancer or Pisces or Scorpio, in your chart, what it's doing there, or what houses you have those planets in. That would be really good to know. And that is really it for the astrology of this week, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do it. And you can catch us here on Sunday live at 10 to do an astrological preview for the entire next week. And with that, we add in a free tarot card for the week, tarot card reading for the week as well. That will be myself and my wife, Jennifer Rose. Thank you so much for being here, friends, and I will catch you all in the next video.